Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. Um, today's subject is Putin, Putin's plan to assassinate Zelensky. Well, um, this is something that was claimed by the Ukrainian side, obviously. They reported that they intercepted their intelligence agencies, like the American intelligence agencies, intercepted and were able to listen at the door when Zelensky, when Putin and Ramzan Kadyrov discussed how to assassinate uh, Zelensky. So this article comes from Business Insider from April 21st, 2022 by Sophia Ankel. And this is the title. Chechen warlord Ramzan Kadyrov told Putin he'd help assassinate Zelensky. Top Ukrainian official says. Must be true. So it says that Ramzan Kadyrov and Vladimir Putin discussed plans to kill Zelensky, a Ukrainian official said. Oleksiy Danilov told Radio NV the leaders met 3 weeks before Russia's invasion on February 24. The three groups working for Kadyrov were sent to Ukraine, but failed to carry out the plan, this guy said. Man, these unprofessional guys. But you know what? They hired, or Putin must have hired the wrong people. I tell you who would have been the best. The best would have been those guys from Middle East. I told you before. They are the experts in completing assignments of this kind, and they're called Mossad. But hey, can't do it. Mossad can't do it because it's both the president of Ukraine and the prime minister of Ukraine are have something to do with you know what I mean. So I don't think that Mossad will conduct such a thing on its own people. But who knows? Who knows? So Mossad would have been a good one. Another company that could have been hired would have been it's in Washington D.C. area. That's a CIA, obviously. And well, these are the ones. Or the easiest way that probably would have been the easiest way for Putin to, if that would have been a plan, a hypersonic little flying machine, if you know what I mean. Uh, it's not very hard to pinpoint where the location of a target nowadays. You have human intelligence that could inform you. You get technological intelligence, and you can have many other ways to find out where the guy is, and just send him a gift, some raindrops, and he can't dodge them. Why do you need to speak with some Chechens, bearded men, go and try to go through three groups that were trying to, according to this guy, penetrate Ukraine and go left, right, and up and down, and they were eventually the whole plan was unsuccessful. But let me see if we can find why was it unsuccessful, because if you send three crews, that's kind of like a lot, you know what I mean? So it says here that they discussed the plan, blah blah blah, in a meeting on February 3. The meeting, which Danilov said was tracked by Ukrainian intelligence, was held exactly three weeks before Putin launched a full invasion of Ukraine on February 24th. At this meeting, a plan to eliminate our president was agreed upon, and Kadyrov pledged that his group would do so. Danilov told the radio, blah, blah, blah. Now, why would Putin want to take care of this guy? So another crazy guy can come in? At least, he knows already this guy. As when I worked here in America, when I first came here, and I worked in different jobs, because that's what you have to do. I worked for a restaurant, and the restaurant owner, was just leaving, allowing people to, call in sick and no show and all that. And he would fire them, or they would just not show, and then he would hire them back and so on. I was asking him, coming with a different mentality where I came from. I said, hey, I will not mention his name. Hey, why in the hell are you hiring these back? And he said, you know why? Well, I said, why don't you hire other ones? And you know what? And he had a cup of coffee, foam to go, a cup of coffee. And he said, you see, this is like a shed. You have a shed with a face. And then he turned it towards me and said, you see, and if I hire another one, it's gonna be another shed or the same shed with another face. But at least this shed with this face, I already know. The other one is a new one. So it's, okay. So maybe that's why Putin would not want to do anything to Zelensky, because it's a shit with a face that he already knows. He wants another shit with a different face until he gets accustomed with that guy. It's going to take some time, waste time. But with these guys, he knows all the in and outs, I'm pretty sure. And he knows who's on whose payroll and who's what's what. He doesn't have to check and send these guys. Come on, guys. Go to work, go in the field and find out who's this guy. I know he's the same kind, but find me, what his particularities he's got, how many girlfriends he's got, how many extramarital affairs he's got, how many children out of wedlock he's got, how many balls he's got. Unimportant. We already know everything about Zelensky, so that's it. But let's go and go further here. So Danilov said that 3 groups working for Kadyrov were deployed to Ukraine to carry out the plan 2 days after the start of the invasion. They did not go earlier because they had been waiting for a green corridor to safely get to the government headquarters in Kiev, he added. I don't really think that Mr. Zelensky resides in Kiev, or if he resides in Kiev, he's not staying in one spot. He's not a retard, is he? If he's a retard, at least people that handle him are not retards, and they move him all the time. So if they don't, that's unprofessional. That's like Russians, right? All right, but the assassins were not successful on their mission. No shit. Yo, well, I thought they were. One of them was destroyed by our military. We followed all three groups. One of them was destroyed by our military. We didn't hear anything about it. I think that should have been in the media at the first second. 2 of them left our country after that, so they shitted their pants and said, "Oh my God, they're on to us. Let's go back to mommy." All right, okay, who believes you? You would have put that in the mass media the second you did that and show them and everything. But anyway, so it says spokesman, Dmitry Peskov has denied that Russia wanted to kill Zelensky, according to state-run RIA Novosti news agency. Kadyrov is a Putin loyalist whose private militia, also known as Kadyrovs, are widely reported to have been fighting in support of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. They are what I thought too. They are doing that, and they're doing it for whatever reasons. I don't know there. So anyway, I don't think Vladimir Putin wants Zelensky gone for some reasons that I can just immediately just cough up here. I'm sure there are other reasons over there, and I will be surprised if, this is my prediction, if President Zelensky disappears like that, I predict that it's because of his own entourage, and someone gave an order that he has to put on 6 feet under or blow it up or something. It's not going to be external factors. That's my prediction. It's going to be probably a time when those guys are going to ask him to do something. He's going to say no or something like that, and then they say, oh, okay, we'll put you to the side and we'll put another one instead. Boom, out. Or maybe internal scuffle between him and his generals, and or simply mercenaries around him, or security forces who just are paid more, and then, or maybe they think of doing something else, get more money from the aid that we send them. I don't know. That's just a scenario and I don't know, food for thought. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See ya. Ciao.